Good morning from No Mama's Way. How you guys doing today? Yeah. I have the day off, so we're just cubic and chilling this afternoon. I almost just went to the gym and you know what? Let me go live real quick. Cause there was something I've been waiting for. I happened to catch it. A post-mortem on the recent security breach on Qubic. That's right. You heard it. You heard it here. Well, probably not first because I mean, the whole community was alert to it yesterday morning from the jump. I made a post about it on X, but didn't have time to go live. But all the information's out there. If you don't already know, if this is your first time hearing about the security thing, I mean, come on, where are you living under a rock? If you need to know, either go to the Discord, but I also have, the information on my X page. If you don't have a Discord, if you find that to be too troublesome, I do have a post with the screenshots from Discord. If you need to know on my X page. So yeah, make, catch up. If you don't know what's going on, catch up. I'm not gonna go over everything, but there is a post mortem. Which I've been waiting for because I was like, yo, man, what the heck? How did this happen? I mean, I get it. Things happen. I'm not too butthurt about it, but damn, it was crazy. The shit that happened was actually pretty crazy. People's like, yeah. Anyway, it's a good. I don't even want to repeat what happened. All right, the GitHub security incident has been fully remediated. All repositories are audited, uh, clean, and safe to use. Man, they better be. Sorry, this is just my sense of humor. I hope no one confuses my sense of humor for FUD. All right, the team has published a detailed post-mortem. Let me zoom in case you guys can't see. Covering the full attack chain, root cause, and every preventative action being taken. See, that's what I'm looking for. That kind of response. All right, if you still need to act, network guardians, rotate your seed if you have not already. By the way, web wallet users. So, yesterday between 3 and 11 UTC, if you use the web wallet, you should move those funds to a brand new wallet, apparently, because your seeds may have been exposed if you used only the web wallet. Apparently, if you use the Android or iOS, you're safe, but do what you gotta do. Move accordingly. Everyone else, no action required. Thank you for your patience during the response. We are sorry for the disruption. Yeah. All right, let's check out the full report on the GitHub. By the way, what's cracking? I see a few people in here. I see a few people. Happy afternoon. Happy afternoon. What day is it? It's the 14th of July, Tuesday. Ooh la la. All right, cool. Are we still online? All right, cool. Yeah, we are. All right, published today, not that long ago. All right. Author Jodam, on behalf of the Qubic core team. I think that's what QCT stands for, right? Oh no. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, everybody. Can I collapse this? Yeah, I can. Cool. All right. So on July 13th, yesterday, a compromised contributor account was used to inject a malicious GitHub's action workflow into one of our repositories. Oy, oy, oy. The workflow exfiltrated a broad scope personal access token belonging to a QCT developer. Damn. How? Okay, the attacker used that token to escalate their repository access to admin on 8 Qubic repositories and attempted further pushes. Good God Almighty. We detected the incident, contained it, blocked the compromised accounts, audited every repository in the organization for injected code. I wonder what technique they used to audit. Anyway, that's above my pay grade anyway. Rotated all credentials in scope and reset the artifacts. that could not be otherwise verified. Damn, the audit is closed. No malicious code remains in any Qubic repository. Let's hope so. Let's hope. I, hey, I'm all in anyway. The GitHub organization is once again safe to use. All right, all right, all right. It's all good, guys. Oh man, what a mess, huh? All right, some users had to take action. Network guardians and web wallet users who unlocked during a specific window on the day of the incident. Yeah, like I said, between 3 and 11 UTC. If you use the web wallet only, um, you might have to make a new wallet. I don't think I accessed any wallets, so I'm just not gonna move anything. This could all, I'm like, this could be a diversion. What if that's all like a decoy just to get everybody to move their wallets? And then really, the new wallet, that's just my super paranoid, super villain brain thinking. Yeah, we'll make them move, scare them into moving their wallets, see? And then that's when we'll really get them. $1 million. But yeah, keep your funds safe. If you do, yeah, we are integrated into Ledger now. So if you can afford it, I mean, get a Ledger. I think I do have a link in my description for a Ledger. But yeah, not a free one, but like, I don't know, I might get it. Is it an affiliate link? I forget. It's a really old Ledger link. It's probably expired. But anyway, it'll still take you to the Ledger website, and you can get a Ledger cold wallet. That'll for sure keep your funds safe. Or Hash Wallet. Those are the two major wallets that Qubic has been integrated into. Damn, look at this. The timeline. Look at this timeline. All right, let me stop rambling. We detected the incident contained blah, blah, blah. We got through that. All right, the timeline in UTC. So I think UTC is like 12 hours ahead of me. Let me see. Oh, so we're 7 hours behind. All right, gotcha. So me, PST, I'm 7 hours behind UST, or UCT, excuse me. Blah, 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 blah. All right, incident detected. Initial analysis begins. A batch of 8. So the first thing was a batch of 8 repository level admin invitations was created via the GitHub API using a stolen developer token. Dude, that's so brazen. They couldn't have been like more sneaky about it. Look at me give them tips for next time. 8 at once? They were trying to move fast. They were like, if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it. Yeah, they probably couldn't have got away with it. Trying to do it slowly. Damn. Damn, but look at this. They had an hour though. Hour and something before they were detected. Damn, that's a lot of time in electronics. In virtual time, that's like a lifetime. another hour. First counter actions after analysis. Coordination of available developers. Compromised accounts blocked. Damn. 8 o'clock. Okay, not bad. Hey, they're moving pretty quick. 8 o'clock, warning to developers and direct communication to affected users. Oh, yeah, that's about the time I woke up and sort of found out everything, too. Yeah, they were pretty quick in Discord communicating all this stuff. Access to potentially compromised web wallet blocked. Fixed web wallet deployed. Damn. Public incident communication. All right. Recheck of all actions. Same day, full audit. Blah, blah, blah. All injected artifacts removed. Docker image light reset. Yeah, so, yeah, they moved quick. They were like a rolling stone once they figured it out. The attacker moved through 6 distinct stages. Each stage is described below. The corresponding preventative control that would have blocked it or shortened the response is called out in preventative action section. Oh, damn! So this is a really full-on postmortem. All right, initial foothold. Token stolen from a compromised contributor. A server belonging to a Qubic contributor was compromised by an external hacker. A contributor had stored a GitHub access token on that server. Ugh. That token was extracted by the attacker. The contributor's GitHub account itself was not compromised. Well, I mean, it might as well have been. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The stolen token had write access to two Qubic. That's so specific. To two Qubic repositories. Damn. These things detect keys like that. They know what these. Man, this malicious software knows what the hell it's looking for, dude. And it finds it in the blink of an eye. That's terrifying, dude. Workflow injection. Using the stolen token's write access, the attacker committed a malicious GitHub Actions workflow file. Oh, to one of the affected repositories. Because the workflow was allowed to run against organization level secrets, it had access to sensitive credentials at execution time. Oh my God. That's terrible. That's, oh man. Because the workflow was allowed to run against organization level secrets. Dude, what does that even mean? That's crazy. It had access to it had access to sensitive credentials at execution time. Secret exfiltration. Okay. Bam. Oh, it already sounded bad at the surface. Damn, this is crazy. The workflow ran and exfiltrated a broad scope classical personal access token that had been stored as a GitHub organization secret. Wait, gateway? The workflow ran and exfiltrated a broad scope classic personal. Wait a second. That had been stored as a GitHub organization secret. Uh-oh. Come on. The token had the repo scope, which grants administrative control over any repository the token owner had access to, effectively an admin level token at the scale of organizations, repositories. Good God Almighty. Privilege escalation. Oh no. Using the stolen admin personal access token, the attacker used the GitHub API to create 8 repository level admin invitations for the compromised contributor account. The invitations were accepted, granting repository level admin rights on 8 Qubic repositories. Malicious pushes. The attacker attempted protected branch overrides and malicious pushes. Some pushes succeeded before detection. Ay, ay, ay. Downstream artifact impact. 2 release artifacts were pushed with malicious code before containment. Core light Docker image. Damn, that's so quick. Confirm push with malicious code. Image reset as part of remediation. Web wallet. Confirm pushed with malicious code. 2 independent factors. Oh, dude, I know it's going to hurt reading this out loud, so brace yourselves if you're listening. Oh. Delayed deploy cache purge. Web wallet deployments require a cache purge step before the new build is served to most users. The attacker was unable to trigger a proper cache purge, so most users never received the compromised web wallet build. Okay, most. Ooh, browser mixed content blocking. The attacker's exfiltration payload attempted to send seed data via HTTP. Uh-oh, it sounds positive from a page served over HTTPS. Modern browsers block active mixed content requests of this kind by default. Any user who did receive the compromised build was still have had the seed exfiltration attempt blocked at the browser level. Oh, that's I mean that's good news. Okay, you had me at the first half. Damn, that's good news. Let me know if anyone had their let me know if anyone's ever had any of their things or whatever it called funds compromised from that. Let me know. Cause if so, damn, that's crazy. There should be like some sort of reimbursement from like the CCF, cause that's pretty crazy. But anyway, I don't think anyone. That being said, it looks like everything was blocked at the browser level, even if they did take your seed. But that means the seed is out there, so definitely make a new wallet if you haven't already, especially if you used your web wallet at any time of the day yesterday. Root cause broad scope classic PAT was stored as a GitHub organization secret. Wow, man. That single credential storage decision is the reason the incident escalated to organization scale. Damn. Yeah, dude. Once the pat was in an org secret and a workflow could reach it, every other security control in place, branch protection, restrictions on who can invite organization members, workflow review was operating at a lower privilege than the credential itself. Man. The stolen token was admin scoped, which means an attacker holding it could disable or bypass those other controls at will. No amount of downstream hardening protects against a leaked admin credential that outranks the hardening. Oh, the direct human error was storing an admin scoped PAT in the GitHub organization secret. Yeah, dude. That's the equivalent of just like storing your seed on your desktop. I mean, especially at this level. That's a crazy blunder what you would call like that's the best word I could call for this situation is blunder from like chess. Like you just lose your queen in the first 5 moves. You just like, "Oh, didn't see that. Whoops." But yeah, let's anyway, it's all good. Looks like nothing bad super duper happened. So let's but yeah, you gotta keep it real though. That's pretty. That was pretty fucked. That was. Thankfully, the team was on top of it. This does don't get me don't get it twisted. This does not affect my conviction at all in the project. But this was quite the emotional roller coaster when you really look at it. How heavy, how bad it could have been if the response wasn't so immediate. You know what I mean? And the fact that it's look how transparent it is. There's a whole they're telling you in detail how nasty it was, but also how nicely they cleaned it up. If you're still tuned in, hope you're enjoying. Actions users needed to take. I think we've already talked about that ad nauseum. What did not happen confirmed after the audit. Okay. No injected code remains in any Qubic repository. Okay. No reports of stolen funds have been received at the time of publishing. Yeah, I haven't heard any too. Not one post, not even like some liar on X being like, "Oh, mine goes," because that's the first thing you would see. So apparently we're so niche that there's not even liars who want to lie about having their funds stolen. Cause yeah, it would be all on chain anyway, so there's no point in fucking lying about it. The core Bob Docker image was not affected by the incident. Nice. The Qubic core protocol and on-chain state were not compromised. That's the most important part. The mobile wallet applications were not compromised. Us. All right. Could have been bad. Could have been worse. Well, it was bad. It could have been worse. I hope this is a lesson to that developer. Man, that was quite the blunder. Thankfully, it happened during like a really quiet bear market where it's just like kind of just the faithfuls are hanging around. Even like the fudders are kind of gone. You would expect a lot more fudders to pop out and be like, haha, what, ha? But I haven't seen much of that. So shout out to whoever's left in the community. Good vibes, baby. Uh, oh, okay, cool. Are we on? We on? We on? All right, cool. I hope I was like, am I muted? All right, web wallet seed exfiltration is okay. What we do know with high confidence, the list of credentials and scope for the exfiltration workflow is innumerable. Everyone was rotated, and to be safe, every other credential in the same organizational scope was rotated as well. Nice. Man, this better be the first and last time, man. That's so crazy. That's so crazy how that happened. Web wallet seed exfiltration is not believed to have succeeded for any user. That's dope. The delayed deploy cache purge was not completed by the attacker, so most users never received the compromised build. Hell yeah. You snooze, you lose, hacker. Alright, the exfiltration payload used HTTP and, oh, excuse me, from an HTTPS page, which, like we said a second ago, modern browsers block by default, even for users who did receive the compromised build. We went through that. We said that already. Web wallet had malicious code pushed, confirmed, and reset with a clean build. Response that worked. Respond. Okay, the incident was detected within hours, like we just talked about. Response was coordinated. User communication was fast and specific. Compromised web wallet was blocked and replaced within hours. Auto publish was killed. We reset rather than assumed. Yeah, they're pretty much going over everything we just talked about. They're wrapping it all up in a nice little bow at the end here. The response that didn't work. What didn't work? Oh, interesting. The broad scope classic PAT was stored as an organizational. Yeah, that was the blunder. The blunder of all blunders, dude. Phew. And like, what about two-factor? Anyway, let's not get into that. A workflow file could be added and run against organization secrets with no additional review gate. Ugh. A standard PR review passed the workflow as just another file change. Whoops. No real-time alert existed on admin level actions. Repository level admin invitations were created and accepted before an alarm sounded. Yeah, dude, man, that's crazy. Detection depended on a subsequent anomaly spotting rather than immediate signal. Yeah, dude, seeing 8 things pop up at once. There should be like a watcher, you know what I mean? Like, oh, something weird's happening with GitHub. Like, you know what I mean? Is that a thing? Like a data, some data scrubber that just like refreshes every like few minutes on GitHub just to see if weird shit's happening. Ooh, pardon my bingity bingity. Didn't mean to curse there. Ship this week, two-factor. Yeah, man. Hit that 2FA. 2FA should be, dude, if you don't have two-factor authenticator on any of your uh things like email or X account or YouTube, if you don't utilize Google Authenticator, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Just use two-factor. Like, don't use your phone number because you can be SIM swapped easily. Use Google. You need Google Authenticator, man. And I'm sure there's other authenticators too, but Google Authenticator is my shit. Oh, damn, Kristen again. Hold on. I'm gonna add this link to the GitHub so you can look at it yourself. GitHub post mortem. Bam. All right, save that. Bada bing. I need some more hot water for my tea. But yeah, man, what do you guys think? How do you guys feel? I feel good. I mean, nothing. I mean, it looks like nothing bad. No one's reported anything stolen or funds missing. So, but yeah. Oh yeah, I did. I wrote an article today. Shout out to me. Go check out the article I wrote. I'm trying to broaden my horizons. And get some, and I guess, and I dropped 3 little short form videos. I kind of just clipped up some live streams I did earlier in the week, or maybe a week and a half ago, maybe. Anywho, what else we talking about? Oh yeah, dude, Monkey Explains, one of my favorite one of my favorite YouTube channels, dude. This guy, make sure I have a link to this video I'm about to show you that we're about to watch. Dude, this is one of my favorite. Dude, he has tons of videos explaining like financial stuff, tech stuff, but he puts it in like monkey and banana terms, and it's freaking great. I love this guy. I love Anyway, one of his latest uploads, I hope he doesn't mind. Please don't copyright me or copyright. I'm trying to fair use this bitch. Dude, I've featured some of his videos before, so I don't think we should have any issues. Shout out to Monkey Explains. Make sure you subscribe. I have the link to this video here. He talks about Mark Zuckerberg and his absolute dumpster fire of an AI startup. I mean, I know you guys should be a little bit, at least a little bit interested in this because I mean, Qubic, we're all about AI and good and all that stuff, and how we're kind of going against the mold, right? We're zigging while they're zagging. Obviously, the LLM route is not the way. Anyway, this latest video pretty much details Mark Zuckerberg's. This shouldn't be a surprise to you if you've been following me for a minute. Just they're just burning literally hundreds of billions. First, he burned hundreds of billions on the metaverse. Now he's burning hundreds of billions on AI. It's just the most wrong stuff you'll ever see, dude. Just hold on. Let me close up some windows, and we're gonna get down with Monkey Explains. Monkey Explains. Shout out to Monkey Explains. Monkey Explains. Shout out to Monkey Explains. All right. Lock in, folks. I'm about to close my windows and get some more hot water.
And he has got a huge problem.
Uh-oh. Rewind this.
This is Mark, and he has got a huge problem.
Mark Zuckerberg, in case you you don't know what he's talking about.
See, Mark's one of the godfathers of the Silicon Valley Mafia, currently running Meta, or formerly Facebook. And being the big tech entrepreneur he is, Mark sniffs out a trend that'll make him and his company millions. Hell, potentially billions of bananas over the years. So under Mark's infallible leadership, Meta announced a proud shift to being an AI-first social media network. Genius. Except, things aren't going too hot at the social network that revolutionized the 21st century. Because here's the thing, Meta didn't have the capabilities of its AI competitors like Google, OpenAI, Epic, and so on. So what do you do when you don't have the goods? Easy, you fake it till you make it. Wait, what? See, in April last year, Meta dropped Llama 4, their big flagship AI model.
Hold on.
The
Hold on. Did you guys see that fake it till you made the
AI, Anthropic, and so on. So what do you do when you don't have the goods? Easy, you fake it till you make it.
You fake it till you make it. Anthropic has Claude, Google has Gemini, Meta has sweaty face, a fucking patched up boulder. Fake it till you make it. I don't know. You gotta appreciate the little animations too.
Make it. Wait, what? See, in April last year, Meta dropped Llama 4, their big flagship AI model. The benchmark scores made it look like a genuine certified ChatGPT contender. Except, just don't look too hard because these scores weren't real. Take a look at this. Meta's own outgoing chief AI scientist, Yann, who'd been there for over a decade, actually admitted on record that the results were, quote, fudged a little bit.
If you guys don't know, uh-oh, is that an ad about to pop up? Hold on, let this ad pop up real quick. Get out of here. Should have used Brave browser.
Turns out the team quired that the results were, quote,
when he says Yann, he's referring to Yann Lecunn. If you don't know who Yann Lecunn is, let me show you. Actually, let me let the video play a little bit, and then I'll show you more about
fudged a little bit. Turns out the team quietly ran different versions of the model on different tests, then cherry-picked whichever score looked best and slapped it all into one table like a single model had aced everything. Imagine taking a driving exam and swapping with Max Verstappen at the first red light. Gigabrain move, for sure. Except, the examiner sitting shotgun wasn't too happy with this, and Yann's expose made Mark furious too. So furious, he sidelined the entire team responsible for the embarrassment. Who could have seen that coming? But that's not all, because while all this chicanery is happening in the foreground, Meta is quietly on track to spend close to 150 billion bananas this year on AI alone, pouring more into AI than almost any other company in the jungle. And yet...
So check it out. Let me show you a little something about Yann Lecunn and his falling out with Mark Zuckerberg. All right, when one of the founding figures of modern deep learning says large language models are a dead end, it's easy to dismiss it as contrarianism. When he raises $1.1 billion in under 3 months to build an alternative, it becomes a thesis worth taking seriously. All right, what happened at Meta? His departure wasn't quiet. It came with a public accumulation of friction, clashes over the direction of Llama 4, disputes with leadership, and ultimately being placed under a 29-year-old executive. Lecunn described publicly as inexperienced. Yeah, he pretty much said, watch, you'll see later. The Llama 4 benchmark controversy, where performance numbers looked stronger on evaluation sets than in real-world deployment, added a technical dimension to what was already a cultural break. Lecunn had been vocal about his skepticism of the LLM paradigm for years, increasingly at odds with where Meta's AI investment was headed. All right, so check it out. There's another article. Let me show you. This is all about Zuckerberg's impatience, dude. Check it out. So Hyperbolic CTO says Zuckerberg panicked after ChatGPT's success. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, Jin wrote that Lecunn's exit was an outcome that was inevitable after Zuckerberg spent $15 billion to acquire Wang and made Yann report to him. He added that Zuckerberg panicked following the success of OpenAI's ChatGPT, noting that Meta's own LLM, Llama 4, had failed to deliver comparable results. So he was like, oh, ChatGPT is doing this. We need to do this. So it was just like rich people and a rich guy in a room yelling, do better, right? Lecunn's like, but the science. Zuckerberg's like, but the money. Oh, man. According to Jin, Zuckerberg's growing impatience with Lecunn's long-term approach to AI research ultimately led to the reported fallout. Sometimes you gotta take the road less traveled. Everyone's trying to go down this little narrow highway when the highway leads to shit anyway. Anyway, let's continue on. Yann never believed in LLM to AGI. Zuck's patience ran out. Jin said, referencing Lecunn's skepticism toward LLMs as the foundation for achieving AGI. Zuck might buy Yann back at a crazy price, drawing comparison to Alphabet, which is pretty much Google. Alphabet's subsidiary Google's decision to rehire renowned AI pioneer Noam Shazir. So Google, wow, Shazir, the creator behind Google's LLM for dialogue applications, Lambda, interesting, departed the company in October 2021 to found the startup Character AI. Google reportedly spent $2.7 billion in 2024 to license Character AI's technology. Wow, and bring Shazir back to spearhead its AI initiatives. Yo, Lecunn might have a big fat check coming for him. from Meta. They're already burning billions. Just get, you might as well give them a couple billion. Google did it. That's crazy. Dude, that's such a flex. Imagine being such a powerhouse of a brain that you leave a company to start your own. Then they buy your company out for 2 billion and hire you and absorb you back. Dude, that's a gangster ass brain to have. That's what you call gigabrain. That's what you call actual gigabrain. That's gigabrain as hell. All right, let's continue on with this video.
Through all that, Mark can't seem to get anyone to use.
Let me actually run it back in case you forgot what the video was doing. All right. What?
Team responsible for the embarrassment. Who could have seen that coming? But that's not all, because while all this chicanery is happening in the foreground, Meta is quietly on track to spend close to 150 billion bananas this year on AI alone, pouring more into AI than almost any other company in the jungle. And yet, through all that, Mark can't seem to get anyone to use Meta's AI tools. Hundreds of billions spent with nothing to show for it. And the worst part is that Mark is showing no signs of slowing down spending anytime soon. The question is, why? This is financial bullshittery, the Meta AI division dumpster fire explained.
Dude, the title of that video. Can we run back how hilarious the creator of this video is? That intro was crazy. The title, let's listen to the title again.
Of slowing down spending anytime soon. The question is, why? This is financial bullshittery, the Meta AI division dumpster fire explained. So, back to Mark's little
the Meta AI dumpster fire explained.
Fudging problem. Because getting caught faking your own benchmarks is bad. But this wasn't enough to stop Mark. No. This is all but a bump in the road for our little lizard overlord. Instead, he did what any stable, mentally sane billionaire CEO does when they're facing problems. He went shopping for AI businesses.
Can we appreciate that he's animating? we all know like he's doing Monkey Explains Everyone's Monkeys, right? But he's animating Mark Zuckerberg as a literal lizard person. Can we like take a minute to appreciate how hilarious that is? Like everyone in this series is a monkey throughout all videos. But Mark Zuckerberg, that's how much disdain and aberration this guy has for Mark Zuckerberg. Oh my god, I love this. All right, Monkey Explains, friend of the show. Oh man.
Acquisition. Lord. Instead, he did what any stable, mentally sane billionaire CEO does when they're facing problems. He went shopping for AI businesses. For acquisition. Because Mark, in the light of that little AI benchmark controversy, decided to casually spend 14.3 billion bananas buying a data labeling startup called Scale AI.
Whoops.
Just to install its 28-year-old CEO as the brand new head of Meta's entire AI operation. Let that sink in. 14 billion bananas. Just to install someone who'd never run an AI research team in his life as the head of Meta's AI operations.
That's absurd. That's absurd. And can we please appreciate what the animator's doing? Throwing him up like Simba in the Lion King, a little baby cub. Dude, little lizard man. Petrified monkey. All right. Yeah, 28 years old is infant when you're talking handling billions of dollars like this. This is old man shit.
28-year-old CEO as the brand new head of Meta's entire AI operation. Let that sink in. 14 billion bananas. Just to install someone who'd never run an AI research team in his life as the head of Meta's AI operations. Out with the old and in with the new, right? Well, not quite, because Yann, the monkey who'd just blown the whistle on the whole benchmarking fiasco, didn't exactly take his pink slip lying down either. On his way out the door, he called his replacement inexperienced, said he had no experience with research or how you practice research,
Dude.
and then left Meta entirely to go start his own AI company. So,
Dude, he kept it 100. Dude, he's straight up pulling, like that article said. He's pulling the Shazir. Dude, he's about to get a fat. I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen. Are we in a simulation, or is just like this is just in the playbook? This guy, yeah, look at like what they just like what we just mentioned, like what Google did. This guy left Google to start his own AI chat bot. Google's like, oh, that's pretty cool. Let's buy him out for $2 billion, 2.7 billion, and got him back to spearhead the AI, dude. Yann Lec, I think that's gonna happen with Yann Lecunn. They have no choice. They're already spending hundreds of they already committed to spending 600 billion by 2028 or whatever whatever absurd number. You know, they might as well hire Lecunn back. That's what's gonna happen. You heard it. You heard it here first, guys. That's what's gonna happen. All right, let's see. Let's put that bet on Quatery, Dirty. I see you in the house. What's cracking, Dirty? Good to see you. Let's Quatery bet. Is Yann LeCun gonna get rehired into Meta and reabsorbed for a couple billion? Yeah, dude. You see, Monkey Explains is my shit, dude. He's one of my. There's very few YouTube channels I actually fuck with. Ooh, pardon my cursing, but he's one of them. There's a handful. I'm like, oh, a new video. Hell yeah. What are they about to talk about? There's very few people. This is one of them. Make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to this guy. I have a link in the description of this live stream, so don't tell me I didn't give the. Tell him leave a comment on the video. Tell him Samson sent you.
picture that scene. The monkey who spent over a decade building Meta's AI division, walking out, looking back over his shoulder, and telling the world the 28-year-old left holding the keys doesn't actually know how to drive.
Oops.
And the wildest part? That 14 billion banana sale wasn't the end of Mark's spending spree. Mark was just getting started. Original plan for this year?
I'm sorry. The lizard animation takes me out every time. I'm gonna just keep. I'm not gonna stop the video anymore. I'm just know the lizard shit is so funny to me.
Somewhere between 115 and 135 billion bananas on AI. But Mark looked at that number and thought, not enough. Mama didn't raise a broke boy after all, right? So here's the new plan.
Dude.
145 billion bananas, casually adding 10 billion bananas on top of the existing budget. Oh, and also, add on a pledge to spend 600 billion bananas on AI infrastructure in the US jungle alone by 2028. That's a lot of bananas. But as we've seen before, Mark doesn't have the best idea of what to do next after collecting his receipts.
Let's run back those numbers, huh? Oh, damn. Why is YouTube being... Well, probably because I'm streaming. It's lagging. Sometimes I forget streaming takes up bandwidth. I'm like, why is my YouTube lagging?
On a pledge to spend 600 billion bananas on AI infrastructure in the US jungle alone by 2028. That's a lot of bananas. But as we've seen before...
That's not doable. We're going to spend 600 billion by 2020. It's already about to be the end of 2026. He's already 100 plus billion in on Meta and on AI and the stupid metaverse, which is like scrapped now for AI, I think. So I think he's well over 200 billion already. I don't know. Maybe he could go. I mean, Meta is a big it's the biggest advertising platform ever. So, but what a waste of a You know how much how many mouths they could have. I'm not saying they could have cured world hunger or like diseases or anything, but if that money is just like focused. Oh, let me not go hippie on you guys, but you know where I'm going with it. That's so much resources just burned on a bad idea. It's not even bad execution. It's just a bad idea. So naturally execution is going to be bad, but at least have a good idea. It's okay to fail with a good idea. but you're failing miserably with stupid ideas that of course you were gonna fail. Like, what are we doing? Look at the frame that we froze on. The lizard face.
Mark doesn't have the best idea of what to do next after collecting his receipts.
Speaking of which.
Because think about it. Where's all that going? Monkey's glad you asked. Because behold, Mark's AI endgame, or as he calls it, personal superintelligence. Okay, so it's just more AI? Got it. But what's scary is that despite the vague product, it is somehow apparently worth more than the GDP of most jungles on Earth. This makes zero sense, and how it's being built is even stranger than the 600 billion price tag. So let's start with the numbers, because with that kind of budget, Mark should be able to just, buy the talent he needs, right? But here's the thing with Mark. He's hell-bent on keeping his lost streak alive, and he doesn't intend to stop anytime soon. So, instead of buying talent, Mark decided to draft it. Damn, we really getting AI conscription before GTA 6, huh? But to Mark, the math made sense. Why pay outside Monkey's top banana to train your AI when you've already got thousands of monkeys sitting right there on payroll? And the way Mark went about this is just hilarious, if it wasn't so disturbing. So, picture this. You show up to work on a Monday, open your inbox, and there's an email waiting. Congratulations, you've been reassigned to a brand new department. Your options are report for duty or quit. Very cool. And this happened to roughly 6,500 Meta engineers and product managers, which is roughly 10% of Meta's entire workforce. But that's only half the story, because the job they got drafted into,
crazy.
Building rockets, curing diseases, something cool at least? Nope. Writing puzzles, coding problems. Busy work designed purely to feed Mark's AI models data they couldn't scrape off the internet. Naturally, going from working on actual...
Dude, they turned engineers into data sloppers, dude. Meta thought it was a good idea to turn their top brass engineers into data sloppers for their crappy AI idea. Whoa.
products monkeys use to this? Well, safe to say many weren't too happy about this, and even started calling themselves, quote, draftees. And one of them put it plainly, calling Meta's AI division a gulag. Now, if you're thinking, surely that's just one unlucky department, right? Surely Mark didn't gut the whole company for this. You're right. But not by much, because by some estimates, up to half the engineers on Meta's core product and security teams got swept into this monolith known as Meta's AI division. Meaning 1 in every 5 or 6 monkeys at Meta may now be labeling data full-time as their entire job.
They turned 20% of their company into data sloppers. What a waste of resources. They're just man, people are this is the .com bubble of the this is worse than the .com bubble. It's incalculable how much money and opportunity costs. Like these guys could be coming up with new brilliant ideas for the products that do work for your company. Instead, you're having them data slop for something that's not going to end up working. Come on, lizard man. What are we doing?
And when you ask Mark why he didn't just hire actual contractors to do this grunt work, like his Silicon Valley Mafia compadres would, his reported answer was that his own employees have significantly higher intelligence than outside contractors.
Oh my God.
So, congratulations, I guess? Hell, the mood got so bad, the company's own chief product officer had to go on an internal call and describe the vibe as brutal. Ouch. The funniest manifestation of this has to be during a live-streamed employee-only presentation where someone hijacked the mic, then launched into a full meltdown, demanding everyone in the room tell a senior AI executive he was, quote, and we're paraphrasing slightly so we don't get smited by the algorithm, a piece of excrement. One presenter reportedly just put their face in their hands. Monkey suspects they were trying their best not to laugh or cry. Not sure how they'd feel being on the front lines of the AI conscript wars. At this point, it's pretty safe to say this thing is a massive dumpster fire. solidifying Mark's loss streak for another month in a row.
He's
Some
happy
monkeys are
about it.
just built different.
Ah.
So different, in fact, that even the shareholders are getting frustrated at Mark's banana-burning antics. And when questioned,
Dude, Mark Zuckerberg being depicted as a lizard man who's addicted to L's. I don't know if you caught this earlier. He was like, he's hell bent on keeping his losing streak. That's he has him celebrating his losses. Dude, the lizard man just wants to lose. He's the devil. He's literally the devil. He just wants failure and death. He wants the economy to burn. Just doesn't know anything about nothing. This is great, man. Shout out to Monkey Explains. Look at him happy about the loss.
of dumpster fire, solidifying Mark's loss streak for another month in a row. Some monkeys are just built different. So different, in fact, that even the shareholders are getting frustrated at Mark's banana-burning antics. And when questioned about how much funding Meta's AI division is burning through, all Mark had to say is, "It's a very technical question," and refused to elaborate. Sometimes Monkey wonders if all these big tech players love AI so much that they start responding like one. But jokes aside, you'd think, with all that money and all that drafted talent, Meta would at least have something to show for it. They don't. And the way Mark's trying to fix that, that's where this story goes from disturbing to straight up dystopian.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember those self-proclaimed AI draftees? They're not just being used to feed data to Mark's AI ambitions. They're the training data themselves, because they're being watched, every single one of them. See, this whole time, Meta's been quietly running a little program called the Model Capability Initiative. Harmless name, but the reality is far from it. Because what it actually does is log your keystrokes, your mouse movements, every click. Why? So Mark's AI agents can learn how monkeys actually use computers by watching real ones do it.
Dude, that's
Meta's
so
official
creepy.
line was that this data wouldn't be used for any other purpose.
Lies.
And we're supposed to believe the company that refuses to clamp down on the millions of bananas from Chinese fraudsters that they'll do the right thing? Monkey isn't so sure about that.
No.
Now,
Come on.
naturally, the monkeys being watched had questions, like, can I opt out of this? So someone asked Meta's CTO directly, and his answer was simple. No, there's no opt-out, not if it's a company device. The reaction to that internally was reportedly a flood of crying, shocked, and angry emoji reactions, which fair. One employee told reporters the whole thing felt very dystopian. Another one, a former employee, summed it up even better. This was just the latest way Meta was shoving AI down everyone's throat. And here's the kicker that makes this genuinely unsettling. These monkeys aren't just worried about privacy. They're worried they're personally building the exact tool that replaces them. Every click they make is a training example for the AI that's supposed to do their job.
Isn't that creepy? Like, I mean, people kind of do that already. People train their replacements all the time, but this is kind of brazen. Like, they're watching your every mouse move, your every keystroke, every click. They're probably even watching your eye movements with the cameras and and that means they're probably watching your productivity. You're probably scared to not even to not move the keyboard for a while. You're just like, what? They're gonna realize how little I actually do. There's so many things wrong with this. Like, that would cause so much anxiety to, like, the average person.
Faster, cheaper, and without days off. Over 1,500 employees signed a petition demanding Meta kill the program. Meta's response? A small mercy. Employees now have the privilege to pause the tracking for 30 minutes at a time. What are we even doing here? But then it got worse. Because shortly after, Meta discovered that some of this deeply personal, deeply invasive employee data had potentially been left accessible to anyone inside the company. Anyone. That's when Meta finally hit pause on the whole program. And if you believe their corporate spokesmonkeys, it's all because of, quote, privacy concerns. Where was that when your own employees were begging for you to stop? No, they didn't shut it down because it was the right thing to do. If Monkey was a betting
I'm gonna rewind it just so you can appreciate the animation right there.
concerns. Where was that when your own employees were
He's
begging
begging.
for you to stop?
He's
No,
looking
they didn't
down.
shut it down because it was the right thing to do. If Monkey was a betting primate, they only backtracked because they got caught leaving the door open.
Yeah.
And think
of
about
course.
it. If this is the kind of security Meta's own employees can expect, God only knows what's happening behind the scenes for the billions of monkeys using Meta's apps every day.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, dude. I mean, that's an easy thing to get like go in one ear and out the other, but look, if employee super personal private employee data is being leaked through their oh my god through their channels, what about the billions of people they're not able to keep track of? Come on, dude. You kidding me? You don't become the biggest company ever by doing things the right way. Anyway,
Which is also why Monkey uses Proton Mail and Drive, because they offer end-to-end encryption, meaning that your files, emails, and conversations stay well and truly your own. Look, with big tech
oh, shout out to this guy. I'm gonna let his ad play because he's really creative at his plugs, his ad plugs. So I'm gonna let this one slide.
companies hungry for every morsel of data they can extract from the common monkey, it's more important than ever to take your privacy seriously. Monkey did his own fair share of traveling this summer, so having my passport, boarding passes, and other important documents securely saved on Proton Drive gives me peace of mind that my data isn't being misused. Plus, being on vacation with the fam means lots and lots of photos, all kept safe and secure with Proton Drive's zero-access encryption. And that goes with sharing too, because you can also password protect all files you share. So instead of sending photos or documents directly, you can make sure only monkeys you choose get to see your precious data. Finally, Proton has also been a longtime friend of the channel, which should tell you all you need to know about how seriously they take privacy. So download Proton Drive and Mail together for free today by clicking the link in the description or pinned comment below.
All right, yeah. Usually I don't let people's ad reads play, but I like this. I like his content and how he plugs it into the actual video. So shout out to Monkey Explains and Proton Mail.
Thank you, Proton, for sponsoring this video. All that aside, while it's funny to point and laugh at Mark's ever-growing loss streak in the big tech space, the reality is much more sinister. See, Mark
Oh,
loves to
God.
tell everyone Meta AI has almost 1 billion monthly actives. Sounds massive, right? Sounds like he's actually winning this thing. Except, just like the benchmarks, the numbers don't tell the full story. Because his word choice actives is doing a lot of heavy lifting. See, those aren't monkeys who chose to use Meta AI. Those are monkeys who happen to see it pop up in their Instagram search bar or get nudged by it inside WhatsApp while trying to do literally anything else. It's like saying everyone comes to visit Bali because hundreds of thousands see ads about it every day. And even then, the inflated numbers Mark comes up with aren't even that amazing. Because compare that to ChatGPT, which has roughly 900 million weekly active users. The key difference is that monkeys actually chose to go onto ChatGPT. 900 million weekly users versus 1 billion monthly actives. The former is customers actually choosing you, while the latter is your customers tolerating you.
Whoops.
Big difference. And it gets worse. Because if you actually look at app download numbers, the real monkeys are choosing to download this on their own numbers. Meta AI is pulling in
It's crazy that Kalshi was up there. Hold on, let me run that back.
actually choosing you, while the latter is your customers tolerating you. Big difference. And it gets worse. Because if you actually
Kalshi and TikTok, Netflix game controller, ChatGPT. Huh. Claude Anthropic. All right.
look at app download numbers, the real monkeys are choosing to download this on their own numbers. Meta AI is pulling in less than 2 million downloads a month. After 600 billion bananas pledged, drafting thousands of employees, and training their own AI off their employees' usage behaviors. And at the end of all that, Mark's left with nothing to show for it. All the while laying off thousands in probably the worst economy for job seekers, burning through hundreds of billions, and plunging the world even deeper into the AI bubble no one asked for. Monkey is tired of this bullshit. So the next time you see Meta's AI division in the news, you'll know what's truly happening behind the scenes. For legal reasons, this video is all just the ramblings of a paranoid schizophrenic about monkeys in a make-believe jungle. Please do not sue Monkey. And a warm thanks to the generous members of the Banana Republic for bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Stay safe, and we'll...
Do not sue Monkey or copyright strike Samson. Shout out to Monkey Explains. So I thought that was an interesting video, and I figure since most of you are Qubic heads and you're into AI and all that good stuff, it might be interesting to arm yourself with information like this because, I mean, Qubic, we're just raking in dough, mining our own Qubic tokens, earning money while computing AI. We're not literally burning through hundreds of billions of dollars, building data centers, destroying communities, poisoning water. Oh yeah, Facebook Meta's responsible for poisoning a water, like a public water source, trying to build their data center. We'll go over. I'll do a live stream. Shout out to House of L, another YouTube channel I keep up with. Dude, Meta is literally poisoning the local water sources with their data center build out. Oh, let's check out how's MSTR doing today? I hope it's down lower. Oh, it's up 5% today, but still down on the month. If you held Bitcoin, let's see. Share this tab. Is it down in the last month? Down 20 something percent. But you're up 3%. That's what you get for listening to Michael Saylor. That's what you get. What about strc? Oh, sorry, that just came out. My bad. I know that's a no-no. A broadcasting no-no. I'm a broadcaster now, guys. Look at this. This thing is supposed to be $100 par. Up to par. Get out of here with your par. You're sure it might go up back to 100, but guess what? Now you're gonna owe so much money. You're gonna owe so much money on dividends. The dividends don't go away. Sure, you can suspend them, but you think investors are gonna wait for you to unsuspend them? No. This is gonna crash STRC and strategy. Dude, what a house of cards. What a house of cards. I've been talking about it for long enough, so I'm not gonna beat that freaking dead horse. Is there anything interesting to talk about before I head out to the young gym? You wake up as Goku. What's the first thing you're doing? Dude, I'd fly around the universe. I just fly around the solar system pretty much. Like, whoa, I'm in space. What? I'm on the moon now. That's pretty much what I do. Uh, oh, that's cool. Shout out to Adrian Broner. I want to fight that guy. Hey, let me be your tune-up fight, AB. I stays in fighting shape. I'm about to hit the gym right now. Actually, anybody in LA want to spar? I got these monos for you. Well, what is this? Dude. No mamas. Air-to-air kill of a flying moth by an autonomous micro drone. This is a big step towards completely eradicating. Oh my god. You know what would be more of a, like if you had a turret somewhere that could like shoot high frequency, like I don't know, some kind of something at it that doesn't affect people. Mm, I think that's it. Guys. About to head out. I'm about to head out of here. Then, if that's the case, I don't see anything popping up on the feed of interest. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys have a good day. I hope you guys enjoyed the post mortem and the monkey explains video. Shout out to what the heck? Shout out to Dirty showing up in the live chat. You all have a good day. Um, all right, cool. Uh, uh, uh. Let's see, what should we end on today? Flutie, I see one last. Oh, dirty, dirty, dirty. All right, people. Enjoy the rest of your day. Godspeed. Hold your cubic. Rotate your wallets if you have to. Never keep your seed on your computer or your email or anything. Or if you do, keep it on a separate hard drive or something. Just don't keep. Just be smart. Be smart about your crypto. Protect your crypto like your life depends on it, because it kind of does. All right. Bye, everybody.